Hello YouTube, welcome back. Hey guys, it's Fletch. Thanks for joining us today. Today we are going to be doing our garden prep, and we're going to be putting cardboard over our garden and then putting mulch over the top of it. And if you don't know why someone would want to do that, make sure you stick around. We'll be right back and we'll tell you all about it. Shalom YouTube, good morning. Welcome back to OTH. Today we're going to be working on our garden here. You saw a video we did probably last week about, it's called Homesteading for a reason, and about trying to get all the rocks out and everything. And yes, as you can probably hear the baby in the background, we try to give you a pretty raw experience around here. We don't filter out the kids and all that stuff. This isn't something that's produced by a film crew. This is just us sharing with you, parts of our everyday life, and so it is what it is. So anyways, today we're going to be starting to work on the garden plot, not so much for this year, but definitely for the spring. And so we have been saving this huge mountain of cardboard for months now. About 6 months since we moved in. We saved all of our moving boxes and any of the large boxes that we've gotten. And the reason why is because we're going to be using the back to Eden gardening method here. And at our homestead in Montana, we did the back to Eden gardening method, and it does work very well after the second or third year that you've been doing it, after the mulch or the wood chips start to break down a little bit, and it begins to nourish the soil beneath it as they break down, and it will actually change the soil beneath it to make it good, healthy soil. But it does take a while, and so we've got some halfway decent soil here, very rocky obviously. But now that we've got the rocks out, it's going to be a matter of developing this soil over the years and keeping it in good health and good shape. Now, the reason for the cardboard is not that the cardboard is necessarily going to, have any quote-unquote magical properties or anything like that. One of the main reasons to use the cardboard is that there's all kinds of wild grass and wild grass seeds that are out there in that garden plot. And when it was tilled, actually in the last video you probably saw the first thing happened was one tractor came out with a 2-bottom plow, and then another tractor came out with what's called a cultivator. And it's just like these big long tines that go under the soil, and it lightly turns the soil. And then the last part that you did see was that second tractor again that came out with a tiller that actually tilled the soil. And anyways, when the soil is tilled, it puts all of that that grass and roots and seeds back underneath the soil, and we don't want to be fighting that grass for years to come. So that's the purpose of putting down the cardboard. That cardboard will suffocate and keep any of those seeds or anything that are underneath. It'll keep them from germinating and being able to grow up through our mulch. And so that's what we're working on today, and we'll probably leave the camera running for a bit and kind of give you some time lapse to let you see what all is entailed and how it works. And be sure to stick around when we come to the part where we're distributing that pile of wood chips over there. I've got some very useful tips for you that if you're not aware of and you're planning on moving some mulch, you'll be sure to want to stand by for that. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Shalom. So here we are. We got spreading out the cardboard on top of the garden spot in a single layer, and then we're spreading out the mulch on top. And as the old saying goes, many hands make light work. So the more helpers that you have helping, even the ones that are camera shy, The more helpers that you have, the less work that everyone has to do, and everyone helps out. So that is what we are up to right now. And here in a second, I've got a little helpful hint that I'll show you, which really helps to make transporting the mulch easier. Alright, so here we have one of our sons is loading the mulch into the wheelbarrow, and he is using a pitchfork. And that particular pitchfork he has is Fisker's digging pitchfork, and which is a very stout, very strong fork, but it's not very long. And so if you're trying to scrape stuff off the ground, it's not as good as, say, one of these longer ones here. That's a Cobalt, which is also a very good pitchfork. They both have lifetime warranties. But the helpful hint that we wanted to share with you after having literally moved, I don't know, probably 60 or 70 yards of this stuff so far by the time we completed our orchards and whatnot, excuse me, is a pitchfork is absolutely the best way to move this stuff. And the reason why is because the tines of the pitchfork will dig right in to your mound of mulch. If you're trying to use any kind of a shovel, the biggest issue is getting the shovel to pierce the outer coating of the mulch. And you don't have that issue when you're using a pitchfork. And as you can see here watching Jeremiah, it still works perfectly well. You know, the mulch doesn't fall down between the tines. So there you have it. Alright YouTube, so here we are. It's several days later, and it is a very cool and blessed rainy morning here. Getting lots of nice moisture, and it's keeping the temperature down so we can get some work done outside. But you can see here we got the whole garden plot laid down. We did about 3/4 of it with a cardboard, and then the last quarter to a third We left nothing on there because we're going to try to plant in that just to see how well the soil does just in the first year. And yeah, we're just going to give it the old college try, so to speak, and see how it turns out. But you can see we got it done. There's where the big pile of mulch was. And yeah, we got her done. Many hands make light work. Hope you're having a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.